aka Padders. Welcome to aka Pad the Film Buff Podcast. We're still talking football movies. I know we took a little bit of a break. I will explain myself because we got a lot coming, and we're on some new networks. We're now on YouTube Music, and we're now on Amazon Podcasts. So find us on those new networks. Already, the YouTube stuff went live last night, and we've already got a ton of listens, and I would say only a quarter of the catalog somehow got uploaded. I'm gonna have to redo that sometime soon. So anyone that's listening to on the new episode on YouTube Music, I apologize. All 600 episodes are coming. That's what she said. But in the meantime, welcome to 1986. Welcome to Kurt Russell. Welcome to Robin Williams. Welcome to a movie called The Best of Times, which is about regret. It's a midlife crisis movie. I guess maybe the Flintstones. Maybe the Flintstones is the one movie, the biggest budgeted midlife crisis movie you can imagine. Well, this is the lower tier. $12 million spent. It shows up on screen, but we have nothing but new breeding talent and a new breeding American sport, football. So let's get into it. We have to talk about this movie.
Camera speed, sound production, take one. Action!
So if you want to support the efforts, guys, just go to akapad.com. It's all there. Products, AdSense. Click on some ads. Help us out. Have some fun. Everything I do is available on akapad.com in some form or another. You can search. We have hubs. All of my amazing content. For example, if you wanted to see everything we're doing with these football episodes, and if you're just interested in anything football that I may have done that popped up on YouTube, or a live stream, or me drawing the football legends of young and old, check out akapad.com. You will find an NFL hub that will bring you to all my NFL/pro football content. And this is a part of my bigger mission, my bigger life statement, is to really document and make everything available that I've ever done on this website. But I'm still a producer, right? I'm still a content strategist. And I want 2 episodes a day, and we're marching towards that. I apologize for the month-long delay. I know it's painful. Any of you out there that have stuck with me during this, I thank you so much. But yes, we will be getting 2 episodes a day, 8 a.m., 8 p.m. And then whatever happens in Hollywood, whatever is of conversation, topical, a current affair, if you will, an entertainment tonight, if you will, I'll comment on it. Such as, why did Furiosa bomb at the box office? And more or less, does it even matter if it did or did not? What is the state of the American theater experience? What's the state of streaming? What's happening here? What's happening there? These are the things we're marching towards. During this, we're going to get into veins. Right now we're just in this deep NFL football, pro football, American football, Hollywood movie vein. And we're talking about a $12 million 1986 masterpiece. One of the funniest movies. Robin Williams, Kurt Russell, The Best of Times. I mean, the girls in this movie are great. The plot is fantastic. The plot's easy. Robin Williams, wide receiver. Kurt Russell, quarterback. The last game of their senior year. So it's like the last game for both of them. They're playing the rival. They're 1 touchdown away from winning the game. Robin Williams drops the game-winning pass and then enters into a life of regret. This is the whole idea. The whole idea peaked in high school. Every cast member in this movie peaked in high school. This is a town that loves its local sports, and that's it. It comes off as a Pittsburgh manufacturing town, or a Detroit, as we would get in the mid '80s. A lot of Pittsburgh, a lot of Detroit in cinema at this time. The whole town's lovable. The whole town, it's just fantastic. And then Robin Williams, his life mission is to redo this game. Replay this game, and he manipulates the universe. So they get the game. We're going to get the game in the 3rd act. Don't worry, guys. Spoiler alert. They get the touchdown. But the journey there and the way just the way you want Robin Williams to catch that ball at the end of this movie, it's incredible. It's fantastic. But the journey there is pure Hollywood. It's pure storytelling. We get this dinner scene, and I just want to let me get into the cast. So the wives, Pamela Reed, Gigi Hightower, and Holly Palance, Ellie Dundee, Reno Hightower, Kurt Russell, Jack Dundee, Robin Williams. So the wives become estranged, and they become somewhat of a commentator on the ridiculousness of the boys and the boys not getting over their past. So they do this. They have this dinner scene, and getting into it, it's like Robin Williams and Kurt Russell. They don't know what to do. They're adults, but they're disgusted. They're talking like high school kids. They don't know what are they going to say, what are they going to wear, what are they going to like, how do they approach the conversation. And then we flip on the other side of the coin, and we see that the girls are saying the same exact thing. But we get this dinner scene, and it's everyone's being reunified, and the love is in the air, complimenting on the food, the drink, and in the corner, and this is one of the best gags, aka batters. But in the corner, we have a football game going, and we cut to the game. Score. Cut to the game. A play. Cut to the game. Another play, and then we see a botched play, and Robin Williams jumps up and screams at the TV, destroying the whole mood. And Kurt Russell is in So the boys are going to be boys and girls are going to be girls, and there we go. That's our gag. It's an incredible setup. I could watch that scene 100 times. And it really kind of illustrates, are we past this level of storytelling in the modern day comedy? Because you can watch this movie and it really comes off as, a potential melodrama. Comedy doesn't really age. A lot of times when we watch comedies, being a good audience member, you have to transport your mind into like another time, another realm. But we get this idea of an absolute midlife crisis, and these are the elements where you kind of want to say, we won't get this today. The comedy won't come over. Like it can't get transported. Comedy is of a time. So we take the comedy out of this movie. Can we still call it a comedy? And then we get a choppy melodrama, which eviscerates the rediscovery of this movie. And you kind of watch it, and maybe from a different perspective, you can say, like everyone's just like cute in this movie. The relationship of Kurt Russell and his wife, it's like a love-hate. Robin Williams is more in the structured husband-wife scenario. So again, like the Odd Couple, opposites attract type thing. And we like kind of like we will get a lot of these elements that don't carry over. And then, as somewhat of a film critic, film historian, what do I do? Like, what do I do with this movie? And you ask yourself a lot while watching it, because you could be on the run where you're just watching nothing but Robin Williams movies, wanting to know, how he handles and approaches different roles, the style of his comedy, and the projects that he selects. And you can learn a lot about a career. But if you're looking back and you're not putting yourself into the time of the movie, you're missing a lot of the point. You're missing a lot of the jokes. You're missing a lot of the puns, and you're not quite there as an audience member, making you a bad audience member. So, like, do you even have grounds to discuss the best of times? But this movie is amazing. This movie is a masterpiece, just on the level of how much you want this final play to happen in this game, and the whole movie marches towards it. Robin Williams, as the game begins, gets benched by Kurt Russell. So Robin Williams comes in at the end of this movie. Kurt Russell, muddied, wet. The team is exhausted. He looks at Robin Williams. He goes, "You're going in there." And we see this dread on Robin Williams. We see this dread on his face. So the play happens, Robin Williams catches the ball, and they win. And you're so ecstatic. You're happy. Few movies have this effect, because it's not just the play, it's the emotional attachment, it's the stakes attached to it, it's the idea, the visual of a muddy team, and Robin Williams as an adult who still hasn't faced his past, faced his fears, gets into the lineup crispy and white. He's crisp, baby. And we get moments like that. And we get this angst with Kurt Russell and his wife, a pure love-hate relationship, and it just makes you want to have a relationship like that. Robin Williams has the more corporate lifestyle. Kurt Russell is more of the mechanic, garage, greasy. He's a grease monkey. Like all of these things, perfectly set up. So we give a ton of credit to our director, Roger Spitzwoody. This guy's name is ridiculous. Let me just run off 1986. All right, this guy had one hell of a run. 1986, Best of Times. 1988, Shoot to Kill. 1989, Turner and Hooch. And my sister and I, we loved that movie when we were younger. 1990, Air America. I absolutely love Air America. Here we go. One of Stallone's maybe most underrated movie, Stop or Mom Will Shoot. 1992. 1994, Mesmer. 1997, Tomorrow Never Dies. 2000, a highly underrated Schwarzenegger movie, The Sixth Day. All the way into 2000, this guy did movies with the biggest names in Hollywood history during the age of the movie star. And here he's got a Kurt Russell who's been in front of a camera for a long time at this point. Childhood actor. Been in movies high and low at this point. Robin Williams. It's still not quite Robin Williams yet. And he gives us a deeply local, urban sports melodrama that somewhat speaks to all of us. I believe it. I've been on this earth long enough to see a lot of the guys who peaked in high school. And you see them now and again, and you kind of, you try and pump their stock because you know, like you know, if you run into them at the what used to be the local bar, they're still there, and you try and make it fun for them. You try and make it a fun night. But check out this movie. The Best of Times is worthy of all of your attention on the sheer fact that people are aging out of watching this movie. And I feel like that cannot happen. So that's why we do this podcast, aka Padders, and all of your support, your listens, your likes, your comments. It's helpful because we're here to document this stuff. So let it be said, The Best of Times is one of the best sports comedies ever. Let's go.
Okay, that's a wrap.